Returning back to these latest visuals now that we are getting to you from Srinagar, where you actually see the ISIS flags once again being raised in Srinagar. The Pakistani flags are also being raised by the protesters. And as Times Now has been talking about these visuals, remember, after every Friday prayer, it seems to have almost become a pattern where we see these visuals emerging. Fareed with us. Fareed, once again after the Friday prayers, we see almost the same instance.
Yes, it seems now a trend as after Friday prayers. In fact, from the last 1 or 2 months, we're seeing after Friday prayers, post-Friday prayers in the old part of Srinagar city, to be precise, in the Nauhatta area, these flags surface. And today there was an additional Lashkar flag. So Lashkar flag was also seen along with ISIS and Pak flags in the Nauhatta area. Now these youngsters, whose number was around 5 to 10, displayed these flags and in fact kept one Pak flag on top of this under construction building. Now immediately after that, police swooped in and removed these flags. But you're right, this has become now a phenomena, a regular phenomena. After Friday prayers in the same area, we see these flags being displayed. Now, as we had been reporting this, according to security agencies, they say that it's a provocation. These youngsters who basically are coming out with these flags to provoke the police, to provoke police action, and in fact just out to create a sensation by displaying these flags. But the fact is that post-Friday prayers is becoming a trend, a phenomena, and so far nothing has been done to really curb it.
You know, that's the real point, Fareed, that even though, PDP, I remember we had spoken to them on a previous instance when these flags were waved, and they insisted that enough is being done. They said these, only are small elements which really come out and try to do this for publicity. But is that defense enough, Fareed? Because it seems to have become a pattern. They've only been emboldened because after every Friday prayers, we see this happening, and perhaps the administration is just caught napping.
Well, there's no doubt that this phenomena is restricted, and that's saving grace. This is not spreading. This is not, we getting no reports of this being done in any other part of the valley. This is restricted and confined to this particular area of Nauhatta, which of course for years has been a trouble spot for the police. There was a time in the first half of 2000 and in fact right to 2010, every Friday there used to be violence. Then there was for a few years things normalized, but now from the last 1.5 years we again seeing violence happening in the same area. And now these flags which are coming out, and in fact today, as I said, they even had the Lashkar flag with them. So clearly they're provoking the police, and at the same time they're trying to make a statement. But the fact is that although the police and the security agencies say that they have in fact arrested quite a few youth in connection with displaying these flags, and in fact they're also claiming that this is now not something that is happening at various places, but is confined to a small pocket. So they have managed to restrict it. But the fact is that still these flags are coming out. So definitely a cause of concern for the police, to say that they're on the fast track these investigations and already have rounded up a few guys. But as you rightly said, these flags are coming out, and after Friday prayers, in fact, this is happening on a regular. It is becoming a very regular occurrence. And today as well, post-Friday prayers in the Nauhatta area again, these youngsters not only unfurled displayed the ISIS and Pak flag, but also used the Lashkar flag to basically provoke the police. And in fact, as you could see, they have also left this Pak flag on top of this under construction building. We are supposed to tell us the police did swoop in and has in fact removed this flag.
But Fareed, it's important again to ask that how really are they emboldened? How really this frequency has picked up? Why perhaps nothing is being done to contain this? Why is the government perhaps only wanting to look the other way around and rather give themselves a pat on the back when they say that, okay, it's getting constrained only in a few, areas, and perhaps they do this only for publicity? Is that kind of a defense good enough?
Well, the defense of the government is that this is very localized. These are individuals who are out to create a flutter, sensation, and they're coming out with these flags. And basically, this has no big backing. There's no big group that is behind it. So that is why it's not a big concern. It's not a huge concern. But the fact is that even if you look at the last 4 to 5 months, you'll see a trend, a sequence to it. Especially on the Eid day, again, we saw these flags being displayed not only in Srinagar but in South Kashmir as well. There is absolutely no doubt that yes, the frequency as far as the places are concerned has basically boil down or come down to this particular area, which has always been, as I said, an area of trouble where there has been stone pelting, there has been violence, and it's considered to be a strong bent of Mirwais Umar Farooq and the separatist sentiment. So that is why, according to that is the defense that the government is giving, that they have managed to confine it to this particular area, but still this is happening. So that tells you that this is a major concern, and our sources, the police, say they're on it, but as of now they haven't been able to completely stop this phenomena.
Yes, Mir Farid, for the moment, many thanks for getting us that perspective.